Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And it's Italy's turn here on turn 3 of my YouTube war with the great Hunt Like David. And he is doing a number of things I've never seen before. So I am really enjoying this game. We'll have to see where it takes us. So here we've got Italy with 30 bucks, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 14, 15, 31. 31 bucks. And they have two transports they're building. And I've got the German marker there because, well, we're going to utilize that whole thing where Italy builds transports, but Germany uses them. So that should be fun. And then I've got two destroyers, try to bulk up the Navy. So we got ourselves a situation here, and I got to do it. I am going to be going after Cairo this turn, and hopefully it goes well. So we're just going to put this out here. I'm going to get rid of these guys over here. We're going to put that and the heavy artillery and the swordfish and a light tank and the men and the fortification. So the fortification is going to bump up the infantry here to a 5, and the commando is going to get bumped up to a 6. Light tank is a 4, heavy artillery is 2 at 4, and the swordfish, I believe, is a 3. And I probably should have looked at that before I started filming. There's just so many different pieces, so many different units. Sometimes you get so caught up in things. And here we go, swordfish. Yes, it's a 3. Okay, so I got that right. So this is what's in Cairo right now. I don't know why I took the factory fortification. Okay, so the Italians can hit it with Buddy here. He's walking in. He's 2. And then we've got 2 transports here. And the 2 transports are going to pick up 4 units. They're going to pick up this heavy artillery. Just come here 1, 2. So obviously they can do that. There's a heavy artillery. That's 2 at 4. We're going to pick up Buddy off of Crete. And we're going to pick up Buddy from Alexandria. And this guy's going to get bumped up to a 3 thanks to that. And then we're going to grab the Bersaglieri from Syria. So we're going to lose Syria, but maybe we'll be around long enough to get it back. Okay, so he's a 2. He fights with a 3 with a tank. I don't have any tanks. Not yet, but I've got a transport here. So we're going to grab a light tank and another Bersaglieri from here. And we're going to do 1, 2. And they're going to land in Cairo as well. All right, so here's a light tank, pop, pop, and that's going to move him up to a 3. And the light tank for the Italians, again, I better look this up, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty standard 4. All right, so light tank, here we go. Light tank, yeah, it's a 4. It's a 5 with a tactical, though, and guess what we have? We've got a couple tacticals, so that's going to move our tank up to a 5. Because we're going to bring in a bomber. That's at 4s. And tacticals are coming in at 7s. And a couple of fighters at 6. There we go. But wait. There's more. Yes, there's more stuff going on. Now, I look at this and I think, should be able to grab it, but the fortification does knock down all my units by 1. So that always hurts. Yeah. Do I need to bring in more stuff? Well, we do have bombards, but I am going to fly in Buddy here. So we're going to fly in the airborne. He attacks at a 3. And I think that's all the ground stuff that can make it. Okay. Now we've got a little fleet over here. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're gonna give her. We're gonna give her. They can all make it, thanks to all the naval ports everywhere. So I've got 4 destroyers and 4 subs going after 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers, and a transport. We'll see. So I'm going to use this bomber. He's going to come down to Cairo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I got 2 more spaces. 6, 7. Probably land back on Crete. Okay. Whoop. Okay. So, here we go. We've also got bombards. And I forgot to check and see if bombards are affected by fortifications. All right, so sorry folks, we're just going to do this. And here we go with bombardment. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to do fortification. This is painful, isn't it, folks? All right, so that's page 31. So we're just going to head out to page 31. All right. All right, so fortifications. Every defending infantry is +1 on defense. All attacking units, including and bombardment. Okay, so I thought it was, but I wanted to make sure because I think I'm going to need a lot of help here. All right, so no anti-aircrafts. We don't have to worry about that. So we're going to start with our bombards. We have got a battleship and 3 cruisers, and we can also add 1 destroyer. So, because there are 6 units coming in by water, so I could have 6 bombardments, but I've only got 5 boats. So the pink one is going to be the battleship, so that's going to be at a 5 now. And the destroyer, the lowest you can go in the game is 1, and the cruisers are all going to be 3s. So we got 1 at 1, 3 at 3, 1 at 5. All right, these are bombards. Here we go. Okay, no, nothing. Not even close. All right, what a waste of time. Shooting into the sand, I guess. All right, so now the fortification gets 2 at 5. 1 hit. Okay. 1 hit on me right now. We'll put that right there. Okay, so now I've got 3 at 1 on the first round here. 3 at 1. Here we go, guys. Come on. You can do it. No. And then we've got 3 at 2. And no. And we've got 6 at 3. 6 at 3. Oh, there we go. We got 3 hits. 3 hits. So we're going to put that over there. And then we've got 1 at 4 because the tank's a 5. So 1 at 4. That's a hit. So we're going to put that up to 4. And we got 2 at 5 and 2 at 6. So the blue will be the 5, the pink is the 6. Blue's 5, pink's 6, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 more hits, that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's everything. So everything in Cairo has been destroyed. Now we're just going to find out how much stuff they're going to take with them. They've already got 1 hit on me. So we got the swordfish. Swordfish is at a 3. That's a 6. We've got 3 at 4 with the heavy artillery and the tank, light tank. 3 at 4, so that's another hit. Then we've got 2 infantry. They're going to be at 5s. 2 hits there. Those British infantry, look out. And then the commando, which is a 6. You got an 8. Okay. So 4 hits on me. And that will be 3 infantry and then a Bersaglieri, of course. All right, so that's it for the Cairo battle. And now we are on to this battle here. And there is, yeah, that's it. So I think that's it, yeah. Sorry, I thought I had another battle somewhere, but I don't. So I've got 8 dice at 4. 8 dice and 4, and I have no sneak attacks with my 4 subs because he has 2 destroyers. So 8 dice at 4. All right, so this is 8 dice. Nope, that is 7 dice. 8 dice at 4. Okay, well that's about as cocked as it can get. That's pointed straight up there. The point is pointed right at the, so yeah, all right. So 1, 2. So 2 hits. That one's cocked, but it's not cocked with straight up in the air there. All right, so 2 hits. Good grief. Now he's got coming back here. We'll start with his transport. 1 at 1. Oh, that was close. And then he's got 2 at 4, the destroyers. And 2 at 6 with the cruisers. And 1, 2 hits. Okay. So I got 2 hits on him. He got 2 hits on me. Well, I think he would probably take the destroyers before the cruisers, but then I get sneak attacks. But we talked earlier, and he said, no, we're basically just going to take the cheapest stuff. So I said, okay, we'll take the cheapest stuff. All right. So we got 2 Italian subs at 4. Oh, 1 got a hit. So that's going to erase a cruiser. And then I've got 4 more at 4 for destroyers. Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay, so no hits there. All right, so he's got 1 at 1 with the transport. Okay, so that's gone down to a 6. And on the cruiser, a 12. Oh, not good for him. All right, so I got 2 subs with sneaks. Well, that'll do it in. Okay, so that does in all those free French boats that he got, except for the 1 transport. I think all of that stuff was free. So we're ending up with 4 destroyers and 2 subs in C-Zone 36. Okay, so now it's time for non-combat moves. So I'm going to get rid of all of these combat arrows and do my combat moves. All right, so what do we have in Cairo? Well, this he can fly 5. So 1, 2, 3, and he's going to go out to Crete. Send him out to Crete. So we've only got these 4 units in Cairo now. Bomber came from Alexandria. We're going to put him back in Alexandria. The bomber that came from way up north, he's going to go to Crete. You know what? The bomber is also going to go to Crete. We're going to put them both on Crete. He's got the legs to do it. And the fighters and the tacticals, they're going to land in Alexandria. Are they going to land in Alexandria? Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's crazy enough to do something with that. But maybe he is. Maybe he is. That's okay. He's going to have to prove how crazy he is. I was going to move this guy into Upper Egypt, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave him where he stands. All right. We have 2 men in Turin. They're going to move into Marseille. We've got a horse in Yugoslavia, and he is going to move into Romania. The cavalry moves into Romania. The man in Greece will stay in Greece. And the man in northern Algeria will stay in northern Algeria. Or will he? Will he or won't he? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he'll stay there. Because I don't want some bomber to come by and crush him. Okay, that's the end of round 3. Italy did what it did, and now we're going to just show you what we're looking at here in the Pacific. This American fleet is actually over in C-Zone 50, which is on the other side of the board, hiding by Panama. This little fleet here can catch them, though, so maybe an opportunity there. Not entirely sure, but we'll see. And I got a lone transport sitting out here, and we got another transport here, and a escort carrier there. A sizable fleet here, 3 subs, 2 cruisers, and 2 destroyers with 2 transports. So nothing to sneeze at. A couple destroyers here. Burma's pretty stocked up with guys. The Chinese have gone back for 1 turn, but I'm sure they'll be surging forward if the past experience with Hunt Like David is any indication. And then we have the CCP down to its last guy, and a lot of empty stuff up here. Lots of stuff died last turn, and so Japan is going to have to possibly do something she doesn't really want to do right now, but we may have to do it just to keep things going. Well, you saw what happened here on Italy's turn, and we'll have Germany do a bit of a follow-up. And on the Eastern Front, there are some opportunities here, but in Finland, we had our big stack wiped out by the Russians, and the Russians still have that much stuff sitting right outside Helsinki on the card. So we have to be cognizant of that. Pretty empty in Germany right now. All the builds have been going into their factories abroad and colonial factories abroad, so not a lot getting built at home at this time. So that's where we are right now. No British fleet in the Atlantic to speak of, except a couple of destroyers built by Canada. Beside Canada, I know the UK built one of them. And then no subs at all. So it's very empty, and there's no boats here. All the boats are gone. All the boats are gone. So with the Gibraltar being held by the British, it'll be up to the Italians or possibly the Germans to try to open up the Med so they can get their boats through. But that's a tough nut to crack. It's quite costly usually. But if that means you can head out to the Atlantic and cause some grief while the Allies start building carriers over here, thank you very much. It might be something that we'll have to do. We have no more German fleet left. We have no British fleet left. And that's the way things are looking right now. Lots of areas of the board are very thin here for the end of round 3. Usually there's some really big stacks, especially down here in Africa. There's big stacks, and over here there's big monumental stacks. But we've been just kind of hacking at each other here, and well, this is what you get. So round 4 is coming up. I guarantee it will be exciting. So stay tuned. Here it comes. Well, hello everybody, and here we are. Germany, turn 4, and Barbarossa is on. Yes, we're going into the Soviet Union to try to free all of the Germanic peoples who are currently enslaved under the iron thumb of communism, and we will place them safely into the iron grip of fascism. So we're the good guys, right? Anyway, I got $76 to spend. We've got 11 for the tactical, 6 and 4 here, so that's 10. Infantry and an SS, so that is 21. We've got 14 and a couple of Panzer IVs, that's 35. Regular tank takes us up to 41. We've got $24 here, and that takes us up to 65. And then we've got a tactical for 76, and that's all the money we got here for Germany. All right, we've got a couple of fun things going on here. So the first thing is we are going to be using these Italian transports that we built last turn. We're going to go 1. We're going to pick up 2 tanks, 2 men, 2, 3, and end up here on the coast, and they're going to land in Transjordan. Now, that's that special rule that Germany can commandeer freshly minted. They have to be freshly minted Italian transports. And then they give them back, but Italy cannot use them this turn. We're also going to head over with a bomber, and we're going to head over with a fighter, and we're going to head over with a tactical. And do we want to go with 2 tacticals? Maybe we'll go with 2 tacticals, and that hopefully is going to be enough, because the rest of these planes we're going to need up north next turn. So that is everything there. Of course, over here, we've got all the front line happening here. So we got a couple of regular, whatever you call these things here, mechanized. And we've got a Panzer Grenadier and an artillery going into Bessarabia. Into Western Ukraine, we've got the monster stack. We've got the SS. We've got 3 Panzer Grenadiers. We've got 6 artillery. We've got a tank and another mech from down south coming in. We have a heavy artillery, and that is everything on for the Germans. Although we will take these 2 tacticals that were in Greece, 1, 2, 3, and then they will be landing in Romania. I don't think we're going to need them to kill the one poor, lone, starving Soviet soldier. He's a Siberian conscript hanging out there. I don't think he's going to do an awful lot. But there we go. He'll probably get a hit, though, because that's how I roll. I'm going to just come around the board, and I will bring my dice rolling tray apparatus with me. So up here, he did a spoiling attack into Viipuri, so I lost all the guys I was going to use against Leningrad, so that's no good. So I've got a tank. It's going to go through Murmansk and into Karelia, and we're going to bring in a regular fighter and a medium bomber. Okay, so that is happening there. This transport is going to pick up an SS, a medium tank, and it's going to come over here and attack Leningrad. Now, this is risky because there's a destroyer, and of course these guys don't do anything on attack, so we're going to bring in the veteran fighter, and the Finnish fighter and a bomber are going to be going. Oh, actually, we're just going to use the veteran fighter and the Finnish fighter. The bomber is going to be going into Leningrad to help out with that. Over here, we've got a mechanized who's going to just come through here into the Baltics. So we can turn that over. We'll do that later. And then we've got a lone guy in Pskov. And the lone guy in Pskov is going to be attacked by 2 cavalry. I'm going to come through. And a mech. And I thought I had something else coming in. Oh, yes. I think I was going to bring up the Romanian fighter. 1, 2, and then he can get back 3, 4. There's nothing in East Poland, so they're going to blitz through. The single guy here all on his lonesome, we're going to put him here up in the Baltic states. He's going to go up there. But the Panzer IV is going to come through. 2 regular panzers are going to come through. And these 2 artillery. Oh, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. I wanted to bring one of my artillery with me. So we're going to change out this horsey here. And we're going to have this horsey come up here. So that's a horsey. That's the military name for that. And then we're going to have the artillery and a mech come into Belarusia there. So this is a mech. This is a horsey. All right, that's what I wanted to do. The rest there is non-combat. And these 2 guys here in Romania, of course, are going to be coming in there. So I think that is all the shooting and the fussing and the bother. All right. So we're going to start up here in Karelia with these nasty AA guns that tend to always take little chunks out of my air forces. But not today, right? Right. Okay. Watch my mouth there. Okay. So we have 1 at 7 with the tank, 1 at 6, and 2 at 4. So we'll start with 2 at 4. Okay, so we got 1 hit. That'll be the AA gun. And then 1 at 6. And 1 at 7. Oh, miss. Okay, so we still have the man left over. He's going to shoot. And of course he gets a hit. Well, I really have to take this territory. So this could end up costing me. But I'm just going to actually take the fighter because it's cheaper and I can rebuild. All right. So we've lost the AA gun. That's out of there. All right, we need a hit here, guys. So 2 4s and a 7. Nothing. And he comes back with a 4. Lucky. All right, 2 4s and a 7. Okay, well, we got a 1. And he comes back with a 4. An 8. Okay, lucky for us, I didn't have to lose a bomber and a fighter to a lone infantry. Okay, so that's going to take care of the factory and the man. Over here to the dead pool. All right, now we got to take care of this battle first. So I have a 6 and a 7, and he's got a 4. All right, so we've got a 6. Okay, good. And his destroyer fires, and that's an 11. Fortunately, I don't have to lose the Finnish fighter there. He was prepared to go down in flames. All right, so we are dropping off then the tank and the SS versus just there's a lone man here, but they do get 2 5s. Okay, so 2 5s to start off the battle. Boy, I don't. Yeah. Okay. Well, you got 1 hit. So there goes the SS. And then I've got 2 at 4. 1 hit. That's all I needed. You got 1 back at 4. Oh, actually, he's up at 5 because of the fort. And actually, my number would have been a 5, not a 6, but I think I rolled lower, so I think I'm okay. I'll go back and watch. 2 at 4, I think I rolled a 1 with that. So he's going to shoot down the plane, but we're going to take care of all this stuff. So that's all gone now. I will go back and watch the video, because if I screw that up, then I'll go back and re-roll. This is what happens when you don't have a staff. Okay, so now I have the Battle of Pskoiv. We have a 3, a 2, and a 6. So we'll start with a 2. And a 3. And a 6. Okay, we got a hit, and he replies with a 4. And it's a 5. All right, so that's gone. And there's no combat here. There's combat here. So this is going to be interesting because I've got 1 4, but the rest are 2s and a 3. So here we go. 2 at 2. Oh, hey, thank you. 1 at 4 and a miss. Okay, well, that's all right. And now we've got Western Ukraine. That guy's in a heap of trouble. We'll start with our 2 tacticals. All right, maybe he's not in trouble. Heavy artillery, 2 dice at 4. No good. We've got 1 medium tank at a 6. There we go. And then we've got him at a 4 with a hit. Okay. So he got 1 hit, so I'm going to take away 1 infantry. And there goes that infantry there. All right. Okay, so that's all the shooting up here. That sounds bad, shooting up. I'll probably get flagged for that. All right, now we're over here. Now this is not something easy here. If he gets 4 hits, and I'm losing planes. So, but I got to kill these tanks. There's nothing for it. So here I've got, for my aircraft, I've got 3 at 7 and 2 at 4. And my tacticals increase the tanks to 7. So I got 5 at 7 and 2 at 4. So 5 at 7. 5 at 7 and 2 at 4. Okay, well the 4s didn't show up, but the 7s did. I got 4 out of 5 hits. All right, so he's got 3 at 6 and 1 at 4. 3 at 6 and 1 at 4. All right, so he got 2 hits on me. Okay, so obviously we're going to get rid of the 2 infantry, but the Transjordan is now German. So now I own both sides of the canal, which means that if I do hold them through next turn, or to the Italian turn anyway, I will be able to move the Italian fleet through. Not that I would, because they're kind of outnumbered there. So that's it for the shooting. I am now going to do my non-coms, and I'll give you a quick quick rundown of where everything is. Okay, so I did all my non-com moves and with the aircraft, and that's it. Oh, I chipped this guy out. He was in the stack there. I had 3, so he goes over there. So now my non-com moves, I'm going to take the 2 tanks from Stettin, and they are going to move into Warsaw. And everything else is going to stay where it is there. We are going to have the horsey, pardon me, I'll try to use the right term. The horsey and the artillery and the mech, they're all going to come over here to Bordeaux. They're going to land in Bordeaux and stay there. The 2 German trains are going to head over to Western Germany. 2 trains in Western Germany. All the planes that took off from Crete went 1, 2, and the bomber is going to come back to Crete. And then we're going to have the 2 tacticals land in Cairo, and the veteran fighter land in Cairo. So that gives me 7. Yeah, I don't think he's crazy enough to attack that, but maybe he is. So we're going to bring in another veteran fighter. And the other one's going, that guy didn't take part in the battle, neither did this guy, he didn't take part in the battle. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put him in Romania. So the veteran from Crete comes up to Romania, and the bomber, he's going to remain in Crete. I'm going to stay in Crete. Okay. We have a sub and a destroyer here. The sub and destroyer are going to come out and join their Italian brethren over by the Straits of Gibraltar, or near there. And that is everything. So Germany ends on 73. And then Germany also gets some bonuses, and then we're going to put our build on. So the German bonuses are... Oh, my computer screen went wonky here. All right. So the German bonuses are, I get 5 for having having Denmark, Oslo, and Narvik while Sweden is neutral. So that's 5. I get 5 if we're not at war with the Soviets. I think we are now. I think we kind of blew that, so that's gone. I get 5 if I've got at least 1 ground unit in each of those 7 territories, which we do. And that means I also I forgot to get it out here. I get a hedgehog. A little Czech hedgehog. And we're gonna place that Czech hedgehog right here in Reims. Place it in Reims. Okay. And then we get +3 for every one of Leningrad, Stalingrad, or Moscow. So we have another 3. So we have +5, +10, +13 on to 73. So that's $76, which is exactly what we have here. Now, the other thing about Barbarossa you have to remember is that you can denote any territory as one that the Soviets may not attack on the following turn. Okay? So on this following turn, we are going to say that the great city of Leningrad may not be captured by the Soviets again. It's under new ownership, so you can't have it. You can have it the next turn, mind you, but you can't have it this turn. So that is everything there. And we are going to bring these 3 mechs, are going to come up to Romania from Greece. That's all the movements there. All right, so we've got a tactical. Tactical is going to go into Western Germany. We are going to have an SS fellow go into Paris. And we'll have 2 infantry go into Paris. And then we have 2 Panzer IVs. And they're going to go into Stettin. Let me get that out of there now. We go into Stettin. And then in Finland, get over there, a man for the Finns, and then a tank in the colonial factory. For the Germans, in Romania, which has been cleared out quite a bit, we have the 2 Romanian infantry coming in, and then we have 2 Panzer Grenadiers, along with 1 regular artillery going in there. In Hungary, Hungary makes 4, so they're going to do a mech. And then Germany is going to add on to that in the minor complex 2 more mechs and an artillery. And then in Bulgaria, the Bulgarians have $4, so they're going to build a mech. And the Germans are going to use the factory to put in another tactical. So that is all the fuss and bother for the Germans. Again, they are going to have, actually not 73. They're at 73, and then they get 13. They're at 86, not 76. Math is hard, folks. Math is hard. So they're going to have $86 to spend next turn. And there you have it. All right, on to the rising sun. And the rising sun, well, we're rising. We might set shortly afterwards, but we are rising. It's going to be crazy. Hang on to your sake. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox. It's been 3 seconds since you saw the end of the German turn, but it's been a couple hours for me here as I've been trying to figure out the best way to use my Japanese sneak attacks. Yes, Japan is dragging the Americans, kicking and screaming, no doubt, into the war. But this will get them fully into the war, and it's going to be a fun turn. So I've got my camera mounted on a tripod here because I have got to do an awful lot of moving around and moving things around. I didn't want to do that with the camera in my hand. So hopefully it all is still clear, and I'll dismount it once all the rolling is done. All right, so here we go. Here's all my attacks. Well, here's my build. So I've got 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, 2 airborne. I got 3 heavy artillery. That's all I can build. And then I've got 4 mechs and 2 artillery, and that is all of my money, minus these $3, which I am saving, and then the 1 Siamese infantry. Okay, well, we have got some fun attacks here. We've got couple of subs going after the transport. We've got this mini fleet going after those 2 destroyers there. And up here in Burma is one of our Toras. It's one of our special attacks where we will get to shoot at everything before it gets to shoot back. And oh boy, I better do well because I only have 7 ground units coming in against, well, he's got over 10, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 11 ground units plus 2 fighters. So darn well better get some hits or Burma will be bloody Burma. And I've got a few declared battles in here, and some of them might not actually do. We'll see how things are going. I ran out of little arrows, so I'll just have to say this is an attack, this is an attack, right? You can see I ran out of arrows up there and over here, but you can see the little explosions and things turned over. But there's a couple of other important ones. We've got a Tora going here into the Philippines. And we also have one, if you can see, over here for the American fleet. Now the American fleet card is here, and I've lined up the fleet here so I can shoot it more easily, but it's actually over by Panama. So it's on the far western side of the board, but they're right here. And so I had my Japanese fleet here. I thought he might try to run for it, and it's not really a fleet, it's more of a mini task force. 5 subs, 3 destroyers, and 1 cruiser. But that's one of our sneak attacks as well. Also, if you look up north, look way up, bonus points if you know where that's from. We're going to go after the Canadian transports, and we are going to do some convoying of the Americans. There is a lone transport right here, and I'm going to have my naval fighter come down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's got 1 more movement spot. Likely will go here, and the carrier, the escort carrier from up there will come down there. I think that's everything, and then some ground battles over here. So we're going to start with the ones that are closest to camera. We'll take care of them first. So we've got 2 subs doing a sneak attack against the... Oh, I don't think you can see that. I missed with both. You know what? I'm going to move stuff around a little bit here. Put that guy there. Can you see that? I missed with both. Okay. So then the transport shoots back and got a 9. Can you see that? Oh, man. Shoot. Okay. Maybe that's better. And then I'll just move it over a touch. There we go. Okay. So I got a 9. Or they got a 9. So back to the subs. And the sneak attack of 4 gets rid of that transport. So he's going to go into the bone pile, as it were. All right, now we've got this one over here with the 2 destroyers and 3 cruisers. So 2 at 4, 3 at 6 versus his 2 at 4. So yeah, all my cruisers hit, and oh man, I don't have it on. Yeah, all my cruisers hit, and my destroyers didn't hit. So that's it for that. And then he's got 2 destroyers, and he got a hit. So I'll kill one of my destroyers. Is gone. Or do I want to stop in from getting a sneak? Or nah, we'll just get rid of the destroyer because his 2 destroyers are now gonzo. We're gonna save the we're gonna save the sneak attacks for last. I think that'll be good drama. Okay, so we do have a walk on here. We've got 2 veterans are going to hop into Hong Kong. Or are we just going to do one? We're just going to do 1 veteran into Hong Kong. And then we do have an SNLF and a veteran. We're going to hop on the transport, come down here, and hop onto the island of Kalimantan here and take Brunei. Okay, that's coming off FEC's cash. We've got... That guy's going to be traveling across into Burma. So I think right now we've got these 2 going in there, these 2 going in there. These mechs are towing this artillery into here. The bomber is going to be joining... Are they going to join the Burmese? Do we need that in there? Or do we need to take Yunnan? I think we're going to use the bomber in Yunnan. There's like that, like that. These 2 guys are going to banzai charge into Chongqing Hupei. We have all of our veterans going into here, Bingliang. And then we've got a mech and an artillery going into Chahar. Can we see this on film? Yes, we can, but now we've got to angle up a bit. And we've got these 4 units going into the Vladivostok. This artillery is loading up into one of these 3 transports, and they're going to be coming down into the Philippines. And we have a tactical. It's going to come down, join the fight in the Philippines, as well as 1 naval fighter. Actually, we're going to make it 2 naval fighters. 2 naval fighters. So they can move 6 thanks to the airbase. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They still got 2 movements left. So 2 for them. And then the tactical will have 1, but he's going to land here on one of these carriers. All right. Those guys are just walk-ons. So we're going to put the SNLF in Buryatia and the infantry into Yakut. Then we've got this fight up here, and we've got this convoy. So the northern U.S. convoy zone here is doing that. This fighter's coming down here. Got a bad feeling about that one. All right. So I think that I've moved everything into where they're supposed to be going. Yeah, I think that should just about do it. Huh. I always got a feeling like you're missing something, but anyway, here we go. All right, so let's carry on then with this battle here. So we've got 2 at 3 and 2 at 4. So the blue's going to be the 3s, and the pinks will be the 4s. And we got 1 hit, which is what we needed. Chinese infantry. He comes back at a 4. And he got it. It's cocked, but we'll give that to him. So I lose an infantry in Yunnan. Okay. So there's an artillery in Yunnan, but that's it. Now we have a man and an artillery. So 2 at 3 going after his 1 at 4. So we missed and he missed. So we're going to try again. And everybody missed again. Okay, finally I got the 1 there. Okay, so Chinese infantry in Quang something or other. Kwai Chao. Kwai Chao has passed away ignominiously. All right, once again I got 2 at 3 with my Banzai. 2 at Banzai and 1 at 4. So 2 at 3, 1 at 4. Well, I got a 4 and a 5. But that's no good. Okay, I got a 2. You got an 8. So the Banzai pays off. Screaming into the enemy machine guns. All right. A different time, folks. Different time. Okay, so now we're in... Oh, can't see where we are now. We're going into Hunan. So I've got 2 mechs and an artillery. So 2 at 3 and 1 at 2. Okay, so I got 1 hit. That's all I needed. To 3. And he's got 1 at 4. And he got a hit. Okay, so we'll lose 1 of the mechs and lose the Chinese infantry. All right, now I've got 5 veterans at 3, and then his CCP infantry up top here at 4. So I've got 5 at 3 versus 1 at 4. Okay, oh, I got 3 hits. Oh man, I'm going to probably wish I didn't do all those right there. He did not get a hit on me though, so that's always a welcome sight. You got a 10. Okay, then we got a real sketchy one here. All right, I got 2 at 3 versus 1 at 4 on him. Well, we all missed. Can you see these? I hope you can see these. Hard to tell. Angle it like that. Does that help? All right, 2 at 3, 1 at 4. Nope. Nope. Okay, so I got a 2 there. I think you can see it there. All right, so that gets rid of that. Soviet incursion into Japan has been foiled. Now we've got the one up in Vladivostok. And in Vladivostok, there is a fort, but it is only against sea zone attacks. And I've got this plane here with a little red arrow. He's supposed to be over here too. All right. So no bombards or anything like that because I've got to move those boats. So start with the plane at a 6. Okay, so that's one. Man, what's going on? That's it. Sorry, folks. I usually just... Anyway. All right, so that's a hit with the plane. And then I've got 2 at 2 and 2 at 3. So the blues will be 2. So I got 1 more. So that's 2 hits. And then he's got 2 back at 4. This is crooked. Okay, 1 hit for him. So I'm going to kill the cavalry. And so the Japanese have lost the cavalry. And the Soviets lost 2 infantry here. Okay, so is that all? No, oh shoot, I do not like this one. Okay, well here we go. So my plane is coming over, attacking the transport. Okay, I got it, so that's good with a 6. Oh, all right, it's like watching a roulette wheel where if you lose, you die. And I think the last actual non-sneak attack is against the 3 Canadian transports up here. So I have 2 submarines. I'll just roll it with the destroyer as well. So two submarines at 4, destroyer at 4, but the subs are sneak attacks. So these are all 4s, and it doesn't matter. I got 8, 9, 10. So he's got 3 boats. And he got a 1, because of course he did. So I'm going to take a destroyer, because he's subject to plane fire. Okay, so 2 subs. No hits. 3 transports. No hits. 2 subs. No hits. 3 transports. Another hit. Oh, man. I really need these transports gone. All right. 1 sub with a miss. 3 transports. Oh, that was close. 1 sub. Can I get a 4 one of these days? Apparently not. Nope. Come on, give me a... There we go. So finally we got rid of 1 transport. All right. Well, that's sort of a victory. But he's got 2 at 1. Nope. Okay. And can you see these? All right. I got 1 at 4. Nope. 2 at 1. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's awesome. Congratulations there, Canada. Congratulations, Hunt Like David. Your 3 transports defeated 2 subs and a destroyer. All right. Well, let's hope things pick up a little bit here. We're it's so laughable. All right. We're going to do our sneak attack now, our Tora versus the American fleet. So on the first round of a Tora, nobody gets to shoot back. On the second round, all the American boats, only American, not any other nation, but all the American boats are -2. Okay, -2. So I want to make sure I can see all this. Okay. So sneak attacks, all that doesn't mean anything on the first round. Actually, 1, 2. No, they won't, because they won't get that many hits. So, but we'll start with 3 destroyers at 4. 1 hit. Okay, so that's going to be a torpedo boat destroyer. We'll put him up there. And now I've got 5 subs. And I got 1, 2 hits. So that's a torpedo boat destroyer and a sub. Goes away. And then a cruiser. That's 6. And I got a 4. Can you see that? I hope you could see that. Okay. So that's another hit. And he told me he wants to keep his destroyers. And he sounded like he wanted to keep his aircraft. So I'll just get rid of the cruiser. All right. So now we're going to do the real shooting here. So I have 5 subs, but he has 4 destroyers, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to keep his destroyers alive. So I wasn't taking cheap shots with the subs. So I'll pare them down as we go. So I've got 3. So I've got 5 at 4 with the subs and 3 with the destroyers. And the reason I'm using different colors is because if we get enough hits to hit planes, which we will, because the planes will be the first one, that's going to have to be a destroyer hit. Okay, because subs cannot hit planes. All right. Okay, so these are all 4s, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So that would be the dive bomber, the cruiser. Oh, wait a second. I forgot to kill this, but it didn't really matter. He wanted this gone. It was kind of out of the picture. So that's 2 of the hits. That's 2 of the 4, and then 2 more. So that would be the dive bomber and the cruiser have been hit. So they're going to go on to the casualty line. So dive bomber and the cruiser. Hopefully, Hunt Like David wasn't going, no, you forgot the carrier. I remember eventually. All right, then I've got 1 at 6. 1 at 6, and that's an 11, so no good. All right, now all the boats are -2, but we saw what the Canadian transports did, so I'm not going to get too excited about that. We have 4 destroyers at 2. 4 destroyers at 2. Ooh, lucky. Nothing there. We have the dive bomber at a 3. That's an 8. You can see that. Cruiser at 4. That's a hit. So cruiser at 4. Yeah. I don't have to choose it right now. I'm going to wait and see what else happens. So that's 1 hit. fighter at 4. That's a miss. And then the 2 battleships at 6. A 1 and an 11. So 1 more hit. So you got 2 hits on me. So these 2 are gone. 2 hits on me. All right, well, I guess I'll take the 2 destroyers. Okay. Well, let's see if we can do some more damage here. We've got 5. I can take that back now. I got 5 and then just 1 cruiser or 1 destroyer. Okay, so I only got 1 hit this time, and that's going to be the fighter. Oh, see, this is the thing: is I took off his plane. Maybe he wanted to keep his plane. So we're going to say this guy actually got damaged. That wasn't in the sneak attack. So I'm not changing anything here, but it just drops him down to a 4 from the previous round. And then I just got 1 more hit. So we're going to drop him down as well, because I think he wants to keep his planes if he can. He seemed like I can land him in Panama, right? Yeah, so. But we'll see here. We'll see. All right, then I got a cruiser. That's a miss. So only 1 hit that whole round. That's not as good. That's not as good. So he's got 4 at 2 with the destroyers. No hits there. 1 at 3 with the plane. Nothing there. And then 4 at 4. And nothing there. So we're both kind of firing blanks here. Okay, destroyer. Miss. I've got 5 subs. No hits. It's not like my dice have been very good this naval battle. And then the cruiser at 6, nothing. So 0 hits for me that round. 4 destroyers for him. Well, 2 3s, but not quite good enough. The plane, 11, and 3 at 4. And that's pointed straight up, so I'm going to roll that again. Okay. Okay, so that's, what's that, 2 rounds of no hits? All right, here we go. Destroyer. Miss. 5 subs. Okay, finally, we got 2 hits. So that's going to take care of the battleships. Okay, so they're done, but of course they get to shoot. And then the cruiser, which hasn't hit yet this, and it still missed. Okay, so now he's got 4 at 2. No hits. 1 at 3. Nope. And 4 at 4. Nothing. Okay, so the battleships are gone. I'm glad I held on to my destroyer because I might have to use it to maybe swat a plane. We'll see. So I think the destroyers can now be taken, well, they have to be taken by the subs. So here's a destroyer shot. And that's a hit. That's a 4. So we'll put 1 here. So if it's just a single shot, he might want to not worry about the destroyers. Anyway, here we go. 5 subs at 4. So we got 1 more hit. That's 2. Hey, cruiser, let's go. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. All right. So that's another hit. So that's 3 hits total. Well, he doesn't have to decide until the end of the battle, so he'll shoot back first here. 4 at 2, 1 at 3. Look at that, 2 hits by him. I gotta take the subs because my cruiser's not hitting anything. So, and then he's got 1 at 4 with the fighter. Okay, no hit. Okay, so he got 3 hits. I'm down to 3 subs. I think he would take the 2 destroyers. And from his words, he said he didn't want the subs getting any sneak attacks, so we're going to do that. Okay, so now we're on to the destroyer at a 4. Okay, so that's going to hit the plane, according to him, because he doesn't want the subs getting sneaks, but we'll see. 3 subs, 1 more hit. And if the cruiser gets a hit here, it's all moot anyway. It didn't. Of course it didn't. So I got 2 hits on him. If I take these away, you know what? I'm going to lose these destroyers for him. Because then he doesn't have to worry about my sub shots anymore. It's just going to be his plane versus these 2 things. And his plane, you know what? I've been rolling 4 for this thing instead of 6. And I rolled 3 for that thing instead of 5s. That's terrible. That's downright terrible. So, what I'm going to do, I have no idea how this all transpired. It was only the plane, only the ships are supposed to be -2, not the planes. I think that's why I had the plane up by the battleships. No, the plane was shooting 6. Plane was shooting 6. Yeah, it was shooting 6. Okay, we're good. But this plane that I had, I think I had it shooting 3 instead of 5. Oh, man. You know what? I can't remember. So what I'm going to do is, just to try to be fair here, is I'm going to roll 3 dice at 5 for the plane that should have been a 5. I'm going to roll 3 dice because I think he died on round 3. So I'm going to roll them at 5. Okay, he got 2 hits. I'm just going to kill my destroyer and cruiser now and just call it. And that'll be it. I'll let, obviously, his destroyers can shoot, but that's on me. That's a big mistake. Here's his destroyers. 2 at 2. 7-5. Okay, so his destroyers and his transport -2. Does it go down to a 1 or does it disappear? What was that? 6 rounds of combat? There we go. If he gets a 1, I'll sink some subs. There, 6 dice at 1. Nothing. Okay. Folks, apologize for the messiness of that. There is a fighter remaining, and he is going to be landing in Panama. So there is 1 naval fighter in Panama, and the American fleet in the Pacific is no more. Now, the other thing about Tora is the boats that were involved in it get to move 2 spaces away from where it was. So 50 is attached here. We'll go 1, 2, and we're going to put all 3 here into this American convoy zone. So then the Americans are going to get convoyed for $10 on this turn coming up. And I'm sure the Americans will build a bunch of destroyers and come take care of these guys. But there you go. That is what's happening there. I apologize. It's a very busy thing playing this game by yourself. And yeah, I really don't like messing things up. All right, well, let's go to the Philippines now and see if we can do this a little bit more egalitarian. So, landing here, we've got 6 units on these 3 transports. He doesn't have a fighter to scramble or anything. So then we also have a tactical and 2 naval fighters. And the tactical, they're going to be landing on carriers that come here. So it's all good. So again, because it's a first strike, this fortification does not get to shoot, but I'm going to leave it there because if I fail, then he will be able to keep it for the next round. This is not a strong attack. I'm just hoping that I get 2 or 3 hits with the first run of guys so that I'm only fighting a couple guys at the end. All right, so here we go. We have got 3 really vanilla infantry coming in at 2. Here we go. And no hits. Then we've got an SNLF and an artillery. They'll both be at 3, but then the artillery is going to bump up the SNLF to a 4. And nothing. Okay, this is an awesome start. Here we go. And then 6 for the fighters and 7 for the tactical. So 1, 2. So I got 2 hits. And that would obviously be 2 infantry. So they're gonzo. All right, now we have the regular battle. So 3 at 2. I got 1. So 1 hit. Then I got 2 at 3. Nope. 1 at 4. Nope. 2 at 6, 1 at 7. And I got 1 more at 7. So 2 hits. So a man and a Marine. So the Marines defend at a 5. So we got 2 at 5 and 1 at 4. We got the 4, but the 2 5s missed. So that's 1 hit. I lose an infantry. And yeah, he's lost a guy. I don't think. Oh, he lost the man and the Marine. That's right. I got 2 hits. Okay, 2 hits right there. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the planes. 2 at 6, 1 at 7. Okay, so I got a 1 and a 6 here. So that's it for the Marine. He can shoot back at a 5. And that's really cocked. I'm going to roll that again. At a 2. All right. So all of this goes away. Military base here is replaced with a smoking crater. Okay, now this is the spicy meatball here. So we're gonna. This is pivotal actually. This is kind of not a game breaker or anything, but if this goes really, really poorly for me, it's going to inject new life into the FEC and the Allies, indeed, in the Pacific. So we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to line up all their stuff here. And that's what they got. Now I got coming in Bonsai. Move this stuff off to the side. I got my 5 veterans shooting at 8. So hopefully they can do some good. Put him down there. Put him on here actually. Okay, so I got 5 at 8. 3 at 7. Got 1 at 6. And the Siamese regiments screaming and running across the border, hoping to make a difference. And then we've got, can you see this? The mech, there's a mech and an artillery coming in at 3 for the Japanese, coming in all the way from Kwangtung. Or Kwangsi, not Kwangtung. They couldn't make it from Kwangtung, but from Kwangsi. Okay, well, news of the Canadian victory over the Japanese task force has reverberated down through the ears of the staunch defenders, stalwart defenders of Burma. But stalwart as they may be, this is a sneak attack. And we'll see if we can't help them get over their... Maybe they've got malaria and I'm going to put them out of their misery. Maybe that's what's happening. All right, here we go. We've got 4 at 2. Oh, I see. I almost started. Okay, I'm going to move this. Move all this. Almost see the whole thing going on here. That'll be a treat. All right. So I'm going to move these guys up a little bit so you can see the battle. 6, 7s, 8. So I got some real heavy hitters here, but when the dice say, nah, not today, it's not good. So I'm coming in with 4, 5, 6. I got 7 ground units, and he's got 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got 13. So my air power has got to do something. All right. Here we go. These are 4 at 2. Hey, good job, boys. So that's 1, 2. Here in the sneak attack. And now I've got 3 at 3. Oh, 1 more. Good, good. One less guy that'll be taking a shot at us in the next round. 1 at 6. Good, 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 good. And 3 at 7. I got 2 hits on that one. This is looking a lot better. Looking a lot better. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. All right, so now I got 5 at 8 with my Japanese veterans. 5 at 8. And I got 3. So that's the artillery, the light tank, and 1 medium tank. Okay, so he's down to 4 units. 2 tanks and 2 planes at 6. I'm going to start with my planes at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So that's everything right there. So he's got 4 shots at 6 coming back. And he got 1 hit. 1 hit. So 1 Siamese infantry bravely sacrificed. Okay, so that worked way better than I thought it would. So I am quite happy about that. Now, here's the thing. After the Tora, any units that are involved in the Tora get a free non-combat move. Okay? They get a free non-combat move. So all of these units can come back to Siam if I wanted to. Or they can move into French Indochina. They can stay here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 guy into Burma. Right? Just 1 guy. And everybody else is going to come home. Okay. So in Burma, I'm going to have all the guys that just attacked. Should put those guys on sticks. All the guys that just attacked, minus the 1 Siamese guy who died and the 1 Siamese infantry who's staying behind, so I can capture the territory. Okay, everybody else gone. All right, what else can we see? I think that is all the shooting. So I'm going to get the dice tray out. Okay. All right. Now, so that Tora, that's all done. This bomber, he still has 2 movement points. Actually, he's got 3 movement points left, or 4 movement points left. So, but he's just going to come down here and really mess things up. Okay. Get rid of all these combats. This is where I find one that I didn't do. I'm like, wait a second, I put the arrows, but I didn't do it. But I think this time I may have actually covered my bases. Except for this one. Look at that. So we'll leave that. So the Soviets hang on to northern Manchuria, such as it is. Now, these guys did the Tora. They get a free non-com move. I think they have to land first, though. Like, I think they have to be able to land. So he would have landed on there. We got the escort carrier. We'll put him on the escort carrier, actually. He's going to come there. They're going to come there. So they've all landed safely. You can't just use your next move to just have fun. They actually have to land. This other carrier. Oh, wait a second. The tactical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he had to do that. So I've got to bring these guys over to here. Okay. So he landed on the carrier. I knew he had to come down, and I knew this guy couldn't make it. This carrier couldn't make it. I had a combat up here? That's crazy. Good grief. I'm going to talk about that one for years. So I've got 3 cruisers here. And with these 3 cruisers, I'm going to put 1 there, and I'm going to put 2 there. So 1 cruiser goes to 86, and 2 cruisers go up into 85. And then these are non-combat arrows because all this stuff up here is going to come down into 85. So I've got, in total now, down in 85, I've got 2 cruisers, 2 battleships, 4 destroyers, and a transport. These guys are here because that's where they killed the British stuff. Bonsai's back in here. We'll put him here. Get rid of that. Okay, get rid of that. And we're going to have, this plane came from Japan, 1, 2, and then he can do another 3. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll just move this into here. This plane can go 1, 2, 3. Is that on film? Yeah, okay. So my naval fighter, he can move 6 from an airbase. He's just moving 5, and he's going to join that escort carrier there. Can that escort carrier make it, though? Here, he can only go 2. He can only go 2. So we're going to put him there. But the escort carrier, actually, we're going to have him go 1, 2. He's going to go there. And this naval fighter is going to land on that other carrier. So they're all there. Everything over there is taken care of. This stuff here is staying there after the battle. I don't have any ships left from the Tora over there. But I do have stuff here. So we are going to take these transports. And we are going to go... Got to get away. We can go up here. I think that's... Yeah, that'll work. Nope, we're not safe there. Okay, what do we got on here? We got that. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do because I got to save my transports. All these guys are going to hop into Kwang Tung, and then with the ability to do another Tora, I can do another non-com with these guys. They're going to come up here to Shanghai, so they can scramble to that sea zone if anybody tries anything crazy. So up here, oh, I forgot to bring these guys down. Oh well. Well, I can do it now, sort of. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to grab these guys off these islands and drop them off in the Philippines. Well, that was an adventure. According to my camera, it has been 42 minutes and 11 seconds. So, yeah, that is a long video, and I still haven't put my build on or done up my money. So, we are going to do up the money now. So, Japan was at 57. Japan's going to go up 2, and America will drop 2. I think I'm going to write this down so I don't forget. All right, here we go. U.S. down 2. FEC is down 1, 2, 3, 4. And China is down 1, 2, 3, 4. CCP down 1. USSR down 2. Or 3 actually, because of the Chahar guy. So I think that's everything. So that means Japan is going to go up 14. 2, 4, 4, 10, 14. Yeah. So Japan's going to go up 14. That'll put them at 71. And everybody else is dropping just a smidgen. So I didn't really lay the boots to anybody on this one. There's a Sizable fleet here, although there's 2 transports involved, and transports never hurt anybody, right? And there are two destroyers, 2 cruisers. Two of those ships are Dutch, so they can't leave Dutch waters, and then 3 submarines. So the Japanese, like I say, are up to 71, and they will get a bonus for the end of their turn. End of their turn bonuses. I don't even know if they actually get a bonus. Oh, I think I'm going to get a little bit for Hong Kong. No, maybe not. Singapore, Calcutta, Sydney. Nope. Okay, I get 1 for Burma, 1 for Hong Kong, and 1 for Szechuan, but I certainly don't have Szechuan. Okay, so I'm just getting +2. That's it. All right, so we'll have to try to get Singapore next turn for $5. So +2. So that's going to give 73 to Japan, and they save nothing. All right, now we're going to put on their build. So they have 2 cruisers and 2 destroyers. They're going to go on here in the home